Welcome back, and thank you so much for keeping it TV47. I told you we are going to Mambo Mezesha, and I'm joined here by a phenomenal performers, award-winning actors. Some of them are multiple award-winning actors who are joining us, veterans in fact. So allow me to welcome in studio Koi Ndirangu. Asante sana for joining us. Koi is an actor, she's also a producer, she's a podcaster, she's an interviewer, and today she's on the other side of being interviewed. And a fun fact is that this is a very fast TV interview.
Yep.
Yeah, so we are, no, let me not say that, but welcome so much. And we are also joined by the veteran himself. Sijui tukuite Baraza kwanza. From your days in Tausi, Ken Ambani, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let me just start by the evolution of your craft. Oh. From the days of Tausi until today. Just take us through real quick how you transformed in different roles until you got here.
Tausi came later. There was a show we did in Mombasa, Fate Makers. Mm-hmm. Actually, that was the first English-produced play in Mombasa. And before Fate Makers, I had a stint in Tushauriane. That time I was a very young boy. And I was given an office role where there's a lady called Sheila. I was, playing around with her. I don't know, it was a very small role. And I got excited to actually have been seen on TV. And that was a time, I remember Mambo Hazari, then the producer at Mombasa Sauti House, noticed me on stage when we did My People in Chains. It was a South African play courtesy of the late Abu Bakr Zain. Abu Bakr Zain produced and directed it at Alidina Visram High School. And that is where I was noticed. And I was called into Shauriane just to have a stint and see how it goes, which now developed to the first ever English play produced in Mombasa Sauti House. That was Fate Makers. Then after Fate Makers, I think some people saw me in Nairobi. I joined the Postal Corporation of Kenya. So I was transferred to Nairobi. I came to Nairobi and I met this producer at Mwaita Kiseu at KBC, mm-hmm. Who requested me to start a show with them. It was a 45-minute show, which was running for, I think it ran for about 6 months. That is where now again Kibwana Onguso, the late, who was the producer of Tausi, still at KBC, noticed my talent and grabbed me and pulled me to Tausi. Tausi had already run for a few years, if I'm not wrong. And I was brought in as Baraza. And that is where now my character catapulted my, profession in the industry to wherever I am today.
Absolutely.
I've done gigs locally and internationally, mm-hmm. TV commercials, and several other TV shows until just the other day we did some 2 movies courtesy of some very great producers in this country.
Mm. And you're forgetting to mention, until the other day you started shooting Mezesha. Koi,
yeah.
I've known you for lead roles. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious if your journey also started like
My journey is very different because I started behind the camera. I started off as a camera person. Did it for about 3 years, but in my days, women were not very common, especially being behind the camera. So it wasn't easy, and I gave up. So I let that go. And then a couple of years later, I joined production. Started off as a set runner, just starting to learn from the basics. Became a PA. Got to do continuity in scripting. Got to do. I became a production coordinator and a production manager, to a first AD, which I did for the longest, then produced, became a director, and I decided, why not pursue something that I completely love, which is acting. So yeah, here I am. It's been about slightly over a decade, about 13 years in the industry, wow. But I've been an actor for about 4 years now.
That's fantastic. I'll throw something real quick.
That's a drop in the ocean for some of us. Did I just say that?
Because we've talked about Tausi and it's like, it was not even the first one.
Yes. Turns out there was another one before that.
Yeah. Let me just throw something real quick. Without even thinking, what's the word that comes to mind when I say wardrobe fitting?
What comes to mind? It has to be related to the character.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is exhaustion.
It's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day because you have to fit, they don't fit, and then chances are very high there's going to be another wardrobe fitting after that one. So yeah, first thing that comes to mind is exhaustion. But funny thing, as much as it's exhausting, it's fun.
But
I think for the ladies, it should be makeup, if I'm not wrong.
No, wardrobe.
Yeah, when you guys get into that space, you literally disappear.
But you know, wardrobe fitting is very personal.
Okay.
Oh, you can give me an outfit and I'm thinking, I don't want this.
Putting on the outfit, then removing it, then putting on another one and removing it.
Hey, it's like
yeah. And then some of those wardrobes may show some things that you really didn't want to show.
Yes.
So there's all that.
Yeah.
But let's get to Mezesha. Telenovelas of all telenovelas.
Oh, yeah.
Launching right here, premiering right here on TV47. Just take us through, first of all, what does Mezesha mean to you?
You want to go first?
The intricacies of life. We are not what we are in the public eye. What happens behind the curtains, yes, form a little bit of what you see, but not the real you. In essence, I'll talk about Makasi. Makasi, my character. This is the first time I'm actually playing 3 personalities in one. 3 or 4, I think, personalities in one. And I think the viewers will love this. In the sense that whom you see is not who this person really is. And that's what it is in real life. We have these families that are visualized to be the best families, so to speak. We are seen in offices to be having these lucrative jobs and all that kind of stuff. But behind the curtains, what actually transpires is beyond understanding. And these are some of the things that we're actually digging into just to bring it to the viewer, to actually tell the viewer that, look, this is the reality that happens in real life. And in essence, when you look at all that concoction, it's just basically Mezesha.
Wow. Koi?
The first thing that comes to mind when you hear Mezesha ni kuchoma. Anachoma, anamezesha, yani ni mbaya.
Ni mbaya.
Ni mbaya. And like you said, the characters umdhanie ndiye siye. And in most, I won't give it away, but a lot that you'll see, the reality you'll see is actually not the reality that will be eventual, that's coming. So it's a lot of red herrings, which is fantastic.
It feels like fasihi, kuna maana fiche.
Bas.
Maana fiche. No, you're the deeper meaning.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Mezesha is a telenovela that is about family drama. And if you haven't seen it on the social media, what have you been doing with yourself? Okay, let's help you. Here's the trailer. Check it out. Oh, Nimbaya. Iyo sasa ndo Mezesha. And we're seeing such phenomenal performance in that cast list. Oh my goodness. Wow. What was your first impression when you picked up that script? Were the characters lifting off the page? Did you feel like, this is it? Like, no addition, no nothing?
Go ahead.
I love that look of like, who goes first?
Yeah, I respect ladies. I always love allowing them to go first, but she seems to throw the ball at me all the time.
I respect age also.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love it.
Just say my names. Well, first of all, my character, first of all, I had to sit with the originator of the story to basically get to understand who this person is. If you want to perform well in any show, one, you really have got to understand who this character is. And before you actually get to wear this character, you've got to understand his mannerisms. You've got to understand his temperament. So you've got to understand where he's coming from. You've got to understand what age is he, where he is right now, where has he come from, and all that kind of stuff. So that even by the time you look at that script and internalize it and conceptualize what the scriptwriter is really trying to give out, you already know who this character is. So it took me a bit of time to analyze this. And the minute I looked at it, first of all, I thought different from when I looked at the second episode. It was a totally different story. Until that time, I was given the character Bible by the originator of the story. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, so this is where this person is. And that helped me to internalize the entire script. First of all, the first episode, because we started with the first episode, a few scenes within the first episode, I had to ask so many questions so that we get to know if tomorrow I'm actually going to drop myself dead, then how am I supposed to behave?
Wait, are you
right
dropping
now?
yourself dead?
No. No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, so I appreciated the fact that there was critical thinking in the scripting. And when I looked at the character Bible, I got to appreciate that there is a lot coming, specifically for this character called Makasi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's lovely when you talk about the scripting, because for a long time, writing has been our weakest link
Yes,
in the
yes,
film
yes,
and
it has
TV
been.
sector.
Yes, it has been.
And so we are looking forward to a story that is developing. And I think Kenyan writers were probably used to writing short formats, and long formats tend to get to a point and start taking a nosedive.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to see how long we can stretch this story. I think it's exciting to see our writers also, upskilling and doing something different with their craft.
At some point, I would say you'd start looking at a script, not Mezesha, initial jobs I've done. you go back to probably the director or the producer and ask them why this, because there's been a bit of lack of critical thinking when it comes to scripting. But we thank God that the workshops that scriptwriters have gone to, we've gotten facilitation from so many different organizations, both local and international. And right now we have very good scriptwriters. And I can tell you for a fact that with regards to Mezesha, we have top-notch scriptwriters.
Yeah, we
Top-notch scriptwriters, top-notch actors. Tell us your first impression when you picked up that script.
So we did a read-through. It was more of a cold read-through because that was the first day we were being introduced to each other. And at the end of the read-through for the first episode, the room was just quiet. Everyone was like, quiet. And then there was like, and you were like, what is this? What is this? So then we got to learn that the stories in Mezesha actually inspired by actual events and true lives, and people act. Wacha nisi Mezesha. His story.
We see what you did there.
Yeah. But the stories are fantastic because they've been so weaved together in a way that there are no holes. Even when you go through your script, you're like, if I was to look for a mistake anywhere, I can't find it. In terms of plot holes, there are none so far. As per my character, honestly, she wasn't giving. I was thinking, what did I sign up for? Well, let's wait, let me be patient. Then the second episode, I'm like, interesting. And then episode 3, I'm thinking, okay, she's starting to give. And then penye tumefika now,
she has given.
She has given.
And she continues to give, and it's brilliant. And because we have such fantastic actors, it's so easy to let ourselves go and let our characters take over, because we have such fantastic directors as well.
Yeah, and that's the essence of performance,
Yes.
that as an individual, as the actor, you're able to let yourself go so that the character can live truthfully and authentically, yeah? I'm curious, the definition of your character, some of the character brief that you spoke about earlier on, that he is described as a successful and influential corporate executive who has a very polished image but has a lot of darkness that is hiding at the back.
Oh,
how much of that is actually you, Ken?
How much of that is actually me? Well, a lot, I should say. We live in a world where people act in real life. You want to smile when you're actually crying inside. You are dressed in this beautiful suit and walking along Kenyatta Avenue, and nobody knows that you're actually rotten in there. You just left a place where someone was probably stabbed. There's a crazy wound that you're supposed to be dealing with, but you have to go out there and smile. There are challenges and responsibilities that probably you have that you need to take care of. You know very well that you cannot be able to take care of these responsibilities, but you have to find ways and means of making sure that this happens. So how does a man handle that? How does he come out of that cocoon and be that person that you want to see out there? So all this comes in, and the display of this executive that you're seeing out there, there's a lot right behind him that I think the viewers will love to see. Yes.
Fantastic. Koi, you mentioned earlier on that first episode, new discoveries about your character, second episode, new discovery. And I think that's kind of a bit of a disadvantage that film and TV actors have compared to theater actors. Theater actors know the beginning to the end.
Yes.
And then they also have the advantage of time. Yes. So they're able to build on that character, do those backstories that you were speaking about.
Yeah.
How do you do it in film and TV?
Okay, so from the experience, the little experience I've had, I've done long-term shows. I've done from the first one, from Salem to Shanga to this one, they've all been long-term. And one thing that I learned, because again, like you said, you can't know your story from A to Z, you have to trust the process, you have to learn the character and just be honest in the moment. Whatever scene you're given, just get to know your objective, get to know what you want out of that scene, and just live believably in those moments. And just trust the director and trust the writers, because they will lead you to, they know what they're doing. When they write certain things, say those things because they're leading up to someone. I think kocha ni Mezesha kidogo tu. There's a reason why it's me and him sitting here.
Hey, let's go for a break. Let's go for a break. We cannot. Let's go for a break. We'll be right back. Don't go too far. Hii ni Mezesha. Hii ni hatari.
Azam TV, your favorite pay TV, just got even better. Effective 1st March 2026, we have added 5 amazing new TV channels to keep you entertained day and night. AMC Movies and Nolly Africa for the...
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat.
It's a chair. It was hers.
You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm.
This place is run by structure. Structure.
It is a system, ni venye tu ni system haisikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
I remove it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning? To escape from a resort?
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Ooh, yeah. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in East and Central Africa.
Welcome back. I'm super excited. Nimeona Blue Band Boy hapo. Shout out to you, Chris Kamau. You're part of Mezesha. But we're back here with Koi Ndirangu and also Ken Ambani. They are cast members of the telenovela that will be actually premiering right here on TV47 tomorrow. So keep a look. Kama uko jaona sumona tumakuplay trailer. So now you have an idea of what we're talking about. Let's get back to the conversation. I'm very curious. You already hinted at something which I will not follow through because I don't want spoilers. But which character should we be looking forward to?
I think all the main characters are just Mezesha.
Let me just interject you, Kidogo. I think we're gonna fix. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
don't worry,
great.
my director is in my ear.
Sorry,
Carry on, please.
sorry. I think all the characters, all the main characters should be the characters to be looked out for by the audience, because each and every one of them has a story to tell, and intriguing as such. When I look at there's there's one that I'm working with away from my executive comfort that people will love. Again, we were speaking just a few minutes ago off camera that the casting was very well done. And every one of the main characters within this show have actually performed very well, if you ask me. I've interacted with several, and every other time you walk into that scene, you're like, gosh, it's just flowing. And everything just moves on very well. And everyone has actually gotten hold of their characters so very well. So if you ask me, I think all these main characters, you will see them, you will appreciate them. And with time, I believe each and every member of the audience will sort of relate with either or of the characters in Mezesha.
Koi,
I mean, nafikiria kumezesha, man.
Choma.
Go right ahead.
Just Mezesha. So what he said, very well casted, this show. But I will answer the question you've asked. Which character? Every character is fantastic, but there's one that I know the audience is going to be super surprised with and really wonder. There will be a lot of wondering with that character.
And a lot of question marks.
And a lot of question marks and a lot of whys and and why and So look forward to
that
character.
That character.
I thought you were going to choma for us.
Usimwage.
This is your first ever TV interview. This is the opportunity where you had now to show off skills of gossiper. Umetunyima tu hivyo.
Nitapost.
Utapost Ako kwa episode 1 basi? Ako kwa episode? Uko mbele ni wapi?
Uko mbele around ma 15.
Atakam.
Uko from kuendelea.
How would you've talked about the casting being fantastically done, yeah? And what do you think about the character dynamics? Apart from the actors, because the casting is the actor, but then the story is the characters. What about the character dynamics and their relationships? What do you feel is strong and what do you feel needs to, that really caught your eye when you're reading the script or when you're interacting in the scenes?
For me, it would be the fact that each character is not playing their true self. And it's like they're all wearing masks and they all have something to hide. And it's... So there's the relationships between the characters. And I'm struggling not to give too much.
Don't give too much.
Yes,
People have to watch it here.
Yes, but I can tell you what he said earlier, omudhanie ndiye siye. That is one thing that you can be sure. Because everyone is playing towards something. Some are genuine, some are not. Some are being honest, some are really not. It's basically what, it's living out our authentic lives. Because every day, who I am here probably is not who I am out there, you know. The way I am with you is probably not the same way I am with him. And that's the reality of life. So Mezesha is actually playing out the realities of life.
And that's how it relates with society.
Yes, and that's how it relates.
That's the catch right there.
Yes. And that's the reason I said each and every member of the audience will find themselves sort of getting attached to a certain character within the entire script. And you'll always find someone talking about someone because they relate with them. We have a lot happening out here that we might not be seeing. What people see on screen as you, when you're reading the news, they might have all sorts of ideas about you, opinions about you. You look beautiful, you look healthy, you look, fantastic. You're rich, so to speak. I mean, your oomph actually tells the story. But behind that oomph, there's a lot of cobwebs. And this is what Mezesha is all about.
And skeletons.
Which is the reality of life.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any line that you personally cannot forget? We'll watch out in which episode it appears. We will remember. Is there a particular line that you feel like, I can never forget that line?
Yes, there is. But if I say it, then I'll be revealing too much.
Uko na ujanja ingine.
Mingi sana.
Uko na ujanja.
What I can say is, just to sum it up, the scripting was well thought out. And every line, every word has a meaning. Every other time you say that line, you go back and you're like, you personally, even that time you're alone and you're trying to grasp your lines, you know these things.
Yes.
You want to internalize it so that you own it, so that even as you deliver it, it comes from you. That's when you realize, oh, this is me somewhere. This is true, So that's why I said the script writers actually did a very good job. Whoever was working with them as their supervisor, and storylining and storyboarding and all that kind of thing was very well done. Even by the time now someone goes to sit down, and then there's also the script editor. Sometimes I meet her and I'm like, oh gosh, do you ever rest? She tells me, no, I saw something, and I think this is the way it's supposed to be. And I remember the first time we sat together when we were doing the read-through. She mentioned something to us. If you feel as a character that this does not augur well with you, then please, let's discuss it. Discuss it with the director and then see if we can actually bring it to life the way it is supposed to be. So in essence, there's a lot of critical thinking that comes from all and sundry. It's a team that was constructed. I'm not so sure whether she sat somewhere and actually thought about these people that she's working with, but I can tell you, we have a brilliant team that will bring you a very good show on this station.
Fantastic. Koi, I'm curious about the layers that you were talking about, that these characters have layers upon layers.
Yeah.
But then also as the actor, not the character, you also have layers upon layers.
Yes.
So what do you think has changed for you because of playing this character, Rhoda? Oops, should I have not have said you're playing Rhoda? Okay.
Amanda.
She's playing Rhoda.
Well, my character is very humble. Where she
And
takes,
you're not?
To a certain degree.
Okay.
So there are moments where naturally I would walk away from situations as Koi. And I'd be like, you know what, it's no, thank you. But for her, she takes it in, no judgment, very calmly, and she walks away with it. And I'm like, can never be me. So she's teaching me how to take in. And actually, I believe I have become a bit of a better listener because of my character, because of Rhoda. I have become a bit of a better listener because she listens very well. She doesn't say much, but she thinks a lot. That's Koi. So I don't struggle with that part. But the humility bit, that level of humility, that is something I am learning from my character. And it's fantastic, really.
I always say that when you pick up a role or you pick up a character, it's like a sacred transaction.
Yes.
It is.
And after that transaction, there must be a profit.
Yes.
So if that's a profit for you, and I think people always think it's about the monetary, you know, but there's so much more that you can gain off a character.
Yes.
We learn a lot.
Exactly. Let's talk about the industry now. Just the other day, we saw the Kenya Actors Guild. I think it was yesterday. The Kenya Actors Guild posted a statement about the safety of actors, safety of cast and crew on our sets because of an incident that happened, that a crew member found themselves traveling at night, and then they got themselves in trouble by being on a border rider that actually took advantage of them. What do you think is our state in terms of safety and of actors, cast and crew on our sets, and what should be done better? What's our status quo at the moment, and what should be done better?
Should I?
Yeah, please.
I think for a very long time we've tried to create structures for the arts. But unfortunately, the attitude that we've had for a very long time. I remember when we were growing up, when you tell your parents that you want to be an actor, they would look at you like, nah, engineers, accountants, and all that kind of thing. But things are changing. And that's the reason as to why we're really pushing for policy. And the minute you create structures in any kind of setup, God was not a fool to actually have come up with a structure called a family, where there is the head of the family, who's the father, then there is the mother, and in offices, we have structures. You have supervisors, you have bosses, and all that. Without order, then nothing good would actually come out of that. And because for a very long time, people have always looked at us as people who are disorderly, people who do not have form or shape. So I would encourage us to push for policies so that we can actually be able to conduct ourselves in a manner that can be appreciated and respected. I thank God that we have started well. The CBC education system that has come on board. Art is recognized. We actually go to schools. Personally, I go to schools, I speak to teachers. They even inbox me on my social media platforms. I actually go in and talk to them about how it's supposed to be done or how they can conduct specific areas of the arts. I can divulge something here. I am the creative arts or the creative industry advisor to the governor of Mombasa County, His Excellency Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasser. While I was the county executive committee member in charge of public service administration, youth, gender, sports and social services, specifically the youth docket is where the creative sector was domiciled. So we started a process of coming up with policies. I think just the other day you heard there was some form of a commotion at the County Assembly of Mombasa, where some youth were actually pushing for execution or implementation of that policy.
Of the policy, yes.
Yes,
correct.
we actually started it and we've been pushing it all through. Just the other day, there was a meeting of all the creatives, all the genres at Swahili Port Hub, where they were beefing up the document. As far as the Kenya Actors Guild, of which you are an executive, is concerned, I remember even before the last elections of the executive, we kept insisting that we have to have some sort of form where if we get to a place, then we are looked at as some serious people. So that can only happen if we have some form of policy that guides us on how to conduct ourselves. Mm-hmm. Coming back to specifically the incident that you're talking about, that was very unfortunate. But you see, the Actors Guild can only come in if they're recognized. And recognition comes out of numbers. People have not seen the need and the value of having an Actors Guild. I think sensitization is of essence. Mm-hmm. And I think your team and Peter Kawa's team have done a splendid job trying to sensitize the actors and specifically the people on production sets, why it's important to join some of these guilds and why these guilds need to be recognized by government. I was shocked just the other day when Kalasha happened, that the guild was actually recognized and they came up with something that was appreciated by the president. It has gone to a level where the president instructed his man at State House, Itumbi, to actually come up with a report on a specific issue. That is the power of policy. Now he's gone further, even just the other day during the music festivals. He pronounced himself that, look, we have to structure this in such a way that if you are an engineer and there is an actor here, both of you should be recognized equally and appreciated and respected as professionals. So with the recognition that comes from the president, and like I've just told you, at the county level, some of us are actually pushing for that. My governor, specifically, Abdul Samad Sharif Nasir, is very passionate about this and has been pushing this agenda for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, if we have these policies, not just at the national level and even at the county level, so that art can actually be recognized and appreciated, and these young people can actually earn like some of us have been earning out of this, then we will have a sane society. Young people are actually saying they do not have jobs. Mm-hmm. There are plenty of jobs that can actually be created out of the creative industry.
So Ken is talking about policy from a government level.
Yes.
Maybe you can touch on a set level in a production. What can be done to ensure that there is safety for both cast and crew?
I think as we wait for the policies to get into action, let's talk about today and tomorrow. Correct. Like you said, for those who are on set, I think it's first of all working with integrity. This goes straight up to the producers. I am a producer and I understand that. The moment you have employed people and you know there are things, because what happened the other day was that she left set late, or rather the production wrapped and they got to town, it was late, she lives far. I know I've already given some information. It's out there. It's very inakasirisha, you know, when we do not take responsibility of the people who are under us. So it begins with me as a producer making sure, because I have worked in a production, that when it hits 9, everyone is being dropped home. Mm-hmm. Come what may. Now, unless you as an individual decide that no, I will head on my own way, then now you're no longer under the covering of the production. I am here today under a production. They have taken care of me in terms of transport and making sure that I get home safe. So it starts with integrity. You're not doing anyone a favor by taking care of them. They're there to work, to achieve a goal. So let's make sure that we work with integrity. Let's just do what is right. Yeah, that is today, that is tomorrow.
It was very irresponsible.
Yes, it is very irresponsible. It is very irresponsible of anyone who is in authority and there are people under them to not take care of them and make sure that tomorrow they actually show up to work. It is very irresponsible. So let's just be integral, do what is right, and make sure that we keep making magic at the end of the day.
And the good thing, again,
Yes.
coming back to policy, you realize Kenya Actors Guild has spoken about this. The ladies' version of the producers, what do you call it?
The Producers Guild.
There is the Producers Guild, not the Producers Guild, there is the Women in Film.
Women in Film
Yes,
Association.
Women
yes.
in Film Association has also spoken about this.
Yes, WIFT has.
And you see, yes, and you see, that's the power of policy. If only we give some of these bodies more strength
Yes.
by actually subscribing to them and being a part of them, then we'll be able to be taken care of on set.
Yes.
Fantastic. I think we've come to a close.
Yeah.
I think like I can see when the energies of it was up here and then now this is serious, guys.
Serious.
It is.
And it is very
It's very
serious.
serious.
The safety of cast and crew is non-negotiable.
It's non-negotiable.
It's non-negotiable.
But again, I think, so let me just
Inikazi.
add one more thing, that even when we are reporting to work, let's also make sure that we put this on the table in terms of, I need this done because at the end of the day, you know, I'm replaceable. Something happens to me, I'm replaceable.
Yes.
So I need to be a priority to myself as well. So yeah, now I'm done.
All right, let's have our last words. Why should people look forward to Mezesha?
I think saying it's a fantastic, brilliant, an original story is an understatement. The reason why you should watch Mezesha is because it's going to hit directly at home, not near home. It's going to come into your sitting room and sit with you because it speaks to each and every one of us, one way or the other.
Actually, not just your sitting room, your bedrooms as well.
True.
And your kitchens.
Yes.
And your kitchens as well. The good thing with an original story is from experience. It is original. It has been felt, it has been seen, and not so many people know your story. So the good thing about original stories is we get to learn from such like experiences. Most of the shows that have been done that we've been watching and we've been participating in have always been copy and paste. A South African story told in Swahili, and that is it. A Nigerian story. Most of the movies I think I've seen done in some of these East African countries are just a copy and paste of some of the movies that we have seen out there, or probably soap operas that we have seen out there. So this is original. This is something that you will relate to. This is something that you will basically identify a character that fits your bill completely, and you will run with them. And for a very long time, we want to entertain you, we want to educate you, and we want to keep you stuck on TV47.
Story ni yetu.
Story ni yetu.
Story ni yetu.
Story ni yetu.
Yes. Thank you so much, Koi Dirangu, and thank you so much, Ken Ambani, for joining us. And we look forward to the premiere of Mezesha tomorrow, right here on TV47. And from all
Please
of us.
don't miss out.
Don't miss out, yeah.
Don't miss out.
Sawa, tuko sasa tunataka kuenda nyumbani, lakini we are not going to leave you because if you joined us midway, maybe you don't know what Mezesha is all about. So we're going to play you the trailer, and it will be good night from all of us from TV47, myself, Wakio Mzenge, and a sign language interpreter, Rhoda Nyamai. We want to wish you all a very good night.